Hello Pythonians. In this lecture, we are going to learn about loops in Python. In any programming language, loops are used to repeat a block of code. In Python, we have two loops. First one is while loop and second one is for loop. Let's see them one by one. Now in while loop, it is a condition based loop. That means we need to provide a condition to while loop, and while loop will keep on executing a block of code which is inside it until the condition become false. So for example, here we have taken x is equal to 3 and we have written while loop like this. So the syntax of while loop is similar as if else statement. Here we can write while space and then whatever condition we want to mention and then double colon. So here condition is we are checking if x is less than equal to 9. So this condition is true, and if this condition is true, what we are going to do, we are printing I am awake because x is still, and we are printing the value of x. And after printing this value, what we are doing, we are incrementing the value of x. This statement is nothing but x is equal to x plus 1. This is a fancy way in Python to say x is incremented by 1. We can also increment x by 2. But here in this case, we are incrementing the value of x by 1. Why do I increment this value? Because as we know, while loop is based on a condition, and until this condition is true, while loop will keep on executing the same repetitive task inside it. So if we do not manage to make that condition false manually, it will keep on executing forever, and that is not good. So what we did, we incremented value of x by 1. So at some point this condition will become false when the value of x become 10. And also I am printing this statement outside of while loop. Now let's see, if I run this, you can see I have every statement in the while loop until while loop was true. And then when value of x become greater than 9, the while loop stopped, and then the line outside of while loop is executed. In case of while loop, we also can use else condition like we used in if and else statements. So here I am printing now else I am sleeping now, because now x is equal to the value of x that we will be getting after this condition will become false. So let's print this. Now you can see we have printed all this statement until the condition is true, and then when the condition become false and value of x become greater than 9, the program went into else block and it printed the else block, this line. Here you can see the value of x become 10. So this is how we use while loop. And one important precaution that we always need to take care while using while loop, that we always have to take care of this condition will become false at some point of time. Otherwise this condition will remain true and this loop will go on forever. Now let's move to our next loop, which is for loop. For loop in Python is used to run a block of code for certain number of times, and it is used to iterate over any sequences such as list, tuple, string. So any data type that can be iterable, we can use that in for loop. Here we are taking one list and we want to iterate each element in this list and make them all in uppercase. So how do I do that? Let's initialize this list first. Y is equal to, and there are some elements. Everyone is string in small case. So let's run this code. Now our list is initialized. Let's use the for loop to iterate this list. Syntax of for loop is like this. So for word in y. Now we know what is y. Y is our list. What is this word? We can give any name to this variable because this variable now represents every element in the list. So when I say for word in y, I consider word as hello in first iteration, word as my in second iteration, word as name in third iteration, and so on. I want to make all them in uppercase and print them. So I will print word.upper. This method we have learned in our previous lecture of string operations. And then I am writing this statement which will be outside of this for loop. So let's run this. Here you can see we have printed each element in the list in capital letters. And after that, when list is finished, we went outside of for loop and we printed this statement. So this is how we can use for loop to iterate any iterable item. That's it for this lecture. I hope you have understood loops in Python. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.